Hi everyone, it's Arlene with Design with Arlene. I have a card tutorial for you today, and it is a card that is going to be made with this beautiful paper. This is the new Ornate Garden Specialty Designer Series paper, and we, as demonstrators, we got this a little bit early, but look how beautiful it is. So this is going to be a little teaser for something that is going to be carried in the new catalog coming out in June. But I don't know if you can see that or not, but this is like a kind of a gold foil on one side. But then, of course, the other side's got beautiful papers. Terracotta tile, early espresso, mint macaron, and there's a new color coming out called Bumblebee, which I'm pretty sure it'll be somewhere in this yellow here. So let me go ahead and get started, and I will show you the products and the materials that we're using today. Okay, I'm starting out with my card base. It's an 8.5 by 11 cardstock that's cut in half. So it is, and then I scored it down the middle here. And this is in Old Olive. And then I also have a piece of terracotta tile and a piece of Daffodil Delight. And here is where our designer series paper comes in. I used this pattern right here, as well as another piece of designer series paper that is the Ornate Garden. It's just the back side because it's double-sided. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is go ahead and get this laid down here. Let's glue this layer onto the base of the card. Okay, and then the next thing I want to do is I'm just going to go ahead and glue all these 3 layers together. Okay, now before I do anything more, I'm going to set these 2 elements aside. I'm going to bring my paper trimmer, and we're going to just make a couple of cut lines on the front of the card. Okay, so placing my paper, the short side up, it's going to be facing up on the top of my paper trimmer. I want to bring the left side of my paper up to the 2-inch line right here, the 2-inch mark, and then going from the 5.5-inch mark. So you see I've got measurements here, and it goes down, starts at 0 up at the top, and it goes down. So at 5.5 inches, I'm going to go ahead and press and make a slit from between 5.5 inches and 8 inches. Okay, and then go ahead and lift this up, and then take the paper, my cardstock, and move it over to the 1 1/4 inch line right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut a slit the same. So it's going to be from 5.5, press my blade down to the 8-inch line, like that. So now you've just got a slit. It's cut through both of your designer series paper and your cardstock. So it's going to look like this. Okay, so now we have the oval that I've cut from the Stitched Shapes dies right here out of Whisper White cardstock. And I'm going to take the Happy Birthday from the Witty Sisms. It's newer stamp set. It's in the Occasions catalog. So let's take this Happy Birthday. And I'm just going to be stamping onto the front here. And I think, let's see, let's do this in Memento Black ink. I'll stamp that there. And then with the same stamp, I will be taking some terracotta tile ink and stamping just randomly on the oval. But what I want to do, because I wanted a lighter color, I'm just going to go ahead and stamp off a little bit after I've inked it, and then go a couple times, maybe 3 across that oval. And then I'm also going to clean off my stamp and then use the old olive and do the same thing, just in the green. So ink it up, stamp off on scratch paper, and randomly stamp the card. Okay, now we're ready to put our card together. And I want a little topper here for the bookmark. So we're making a bookmark with this. And so I'm using the scalloped tag, and this will fit 2 inches just perfectly in there. I'm going to go ahead and just put my paper all the way up so it's flush. You'll feel that little guard right there. Bring it up to that, and then push. Cuts through all 3 of those. And I've got a little opening right here. I've got some of the new ribbon that goes with the this Garden Designer Series paper. It's a whole suite. It's beautiful. Okay, so let's just put some ribbon in there. I've got that. You might want to take like a little mini glue dot and to hold that in too as well. Okay, and then also I'm going to be taking our oval, and I'm going to pop that up so it's going to hide the 2 slits that I've just made. But before I do that, I want to add a couple of little dies that I have. These are from the birthday dies set. And I've got some cut, the little leaves here, and then some foliage right here. This is Terracotta Tile and the Daffodil Delight. And what I usually do just to adhere that on is I take my adhesive just kind of gauge where I want it to be, and then it will just stick. You'll see how it sticks there. And then I also like to just take a piece of clear tape to go over that, just to give it some added reinforcement. Just a small piece, you don't need much. Okay, the next thing that I want to do is to take these Stampin' Dimensionals and pop this up. This is, I'm placing it right onto my cardstock base because I know where I want this to go. We'll just set it down like this. And then we'll trim some of that ribbon off. And then your bookmark just slides right through those slits like this, and you can see where it slid through right here, and you can just tuck that little ribbon in there when you go to mail it or put it into an envelope. And so you've got a beautiful card that you can write your sentiment inside, but it also is a gift too, because the recipient can use this as a bookmark, and they can take that and use it using a book. Nowadays, we need that. All right, thanks everybody. I hope you enjoyed this card, and thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.